All right, everyone. Welcome to Please Don't Judge Us, the After Hour version. Mm, 2025. If you're home and you're relaxing and you're chilling, just get something good inside your cup, some coffee, some tea, some flavored water, something. But right now, we're in the office, right? I'm here with my girl, Sydney. She's going to introduce herself. She's going to tell you who she is, and then we're going to dive into some conversation. So, Sydney, welcome to Please Don't Judge Us After Dark. How you doing?
I'm blessed, Queen. Thank you for inviting me to be here. And with this, the After Dark edition.
Yes, introduce yourself, Queen. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's all right, baby. I'm like,
Ah,
wait, do I need to do CPR?
no, 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 no.
No, but we gotta have each other back.
That's right.
But so yeah, my name is Sydney, aka Miss Black Pearl. I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. I'm a momtrepreneur. I teach people how money work. They call me Sid, the wealth educator, right? Um, I just have a big heart. I decided one day to monetize my heart, and I just want to
Mm-hmm.
help people that want to help themselves. So that's who I am in a nutshell.
Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for being here. And money is very important, especially um, even before the government shutdown, even before the pandemic, even before all of that, money mattered, right? So, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about why it still matters. Why is it still important to understand your finances as time changes, as things shift and move around, So Cindy's going to talk about that, and we're going to make light of it because we want you to understand what we're talking about, right? So, Sydney, like I said once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for offering CPR if I needed it. I could tell people, put your arms up, wave them in the air like you just don't care. Hey, and that's the same thing with our finances.
Mm-hmm.
We take that money and we just wave it in the air and spend it like we just don't care, right? But then there come a time when you say, "Ooh, I'll make $1 out of 15 cents. Where my money go?" So, so what do we do in living in a society where they're saying to save your money, hold your money, don't spend it on nothing. But when we know we do need to spend it,
Mm.
how do we give people a comfort zone with that?
Okay. Great question. And the first thing I want to say is take a deep breath. Like
Mm,
literally. And the reason why is because for number one, it's a personal subject. A lot of
mm-hmm,
people are very,
mm-hmm.
secretive about their finances, things like that.
Yeah.
Um, some people are embarrassed about their finances. Um, and then, it can just be stressful because you're just trying to figure out why am I doing everything that everybody is telling me I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm still finding myself robbing Peter to pay Paul,
Mm,
right? So, and when you say what do we need to do as far as like useless spending, we're a $1 trillion business in ourselves because we're the
mm-hmm,
consumers, we're the ones that buy all the fancy things and things like that just to kind of like and it's okay if you like nice things, that's okay, it's okay, but just imagine what you could do with that money and
mm-hmm,
how that money could be placed in different things. And now, you can buy your own distribution company
mm-hmm,
because a
mm-hmm.
clothing store, yes, that's nice, but really, to be honest with you, and if you're, and I understand everybody doesn't have a desire to be wealthy, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a desire to be wealthy, you're going to have to be a distributor, right? And so, what I would say is we have to get financially mature.
Mm, I
We
like
look
that.
at, because money, especially they made it even worse when they gave us cards,
Mm-hmm.
because now all you got to do is swipe.
Mm.
Remember, you can leave some money home, and if
Mm-hmm.
you leave some money home, you know you got something tucked away.
Yeah.
Now you got that card in your hand, and now you got multiple
Ooh.
cards, so you just
No
swipe, swipe,
control.
swiping away. Right? No
Mm-hmm.
control.
No control.
Right? So we got to get financially mature, and one of the main reasons why we got to get financially mature is because our next generation is going to be doomed
Mm.
if we don't. Like, this is serious. This is just as important as eating healthy.
Mm-hmm.
This is just important as taking care of our environment where we lay
Yeah.
our heads
Yeah.
at, because this is even important as growing our own foods. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we got to know how to become economically collaborated together as a community,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because one person can do some things, can
Mm.
make an impact, but a cluster of us,
What?
right? And it's been done in history, and I understand. um, Back in the '90s, I read a book called the psychological chains of slavery, right?
Mm-hmm.
So most of it is mental.
Mm.
We have been taught that money is the root to all evil.
Mm.
I promise you, I've always thought, oh, people that have money, they wouldn't,
Mean.
yeah, what.
Mm-mm. No.
But once I actually read the Bible for myself and realized that it said the love of money is the root to all evil, because people that
Mm.
love money is
Mm-hmm.
going to do anything to get it.
Yeah.
They're going to walk over, they're going to trample over, they're going to rob, they're going to steal, they're going to do everything for it.
Mm-hmm.
But God wants us to have money. So one of the things I'm trying to hit on is we got to change the way we look at money.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got to change the way that we look at it. We deserve everything, right? And God needs his children to have money so
Mm-hmm.
that now they can do more things to be able to bless his children.
Mm.
God, when God multiplied the fish, that was so that everybody can
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
That wasn't about a you thing or a me thing, or it was for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got to get financial, and we need to be able to pass down. Yes, we want to pass down generational
Mm-hmm.
wealth,
Yeah.
but if we pass down generational knowledge, we
Mm.
survive through it all. And so whatever
Mm.
we know, we got to give it out.
Mm-hmm.
We have to give it out. We can't keep it.
Nope.
That's why people be like, "Oh, you do everything for free," because I don't know who I'm going to say something to, and something is going to click or resonate. Let me, if I got 5 minutes with you, just let me say something that you're
Mm-hmm.
going to walk away and something going to click. I don't know, maybe it don't. I remember when I used to work at the high school, I used to tell my kids, like, especially like the young ladies with the potty mouths. I'm like, yo, I'm like, don't you carry yourself as a lady at all times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That potty mouth, I said, as soon as when you start using those kind of words, you diminish yourself as pretty as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And they be like, oh, my mom cuss. I said, yeah, but you're not your mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, and guess what? Maybe what I'm telling you right now, maybe it might go in one ear and not the other. But my prayer is that one day you're going to think back that, Dad, Miss Di said that to me.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Even if it doesn't, my conscience is clear.
Yep.
So, one of the main reasons why um, I've decided to plant my seeds in the financial literacy world is because a tragedy happened to me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
And when it happened, it hit home.
Mm.
So now I'm like, oh snap. I was like, I can't be selfish and
Yeah.
not let people know that they can be able to make sure that their family is
Yeah.
good. That's that's wrong.
What? Tell us about that.
So I'm a wealth educator, but my specialty is teaching people how to make and save money. So I teach people how to buy term life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and invest the difference, so that now, once you become of age, or depending on how much money you really put
Mm-hmm.
away, because you
Mm-hmm.
can make your money triple as fast as you want it to. The more, of course, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out,
Okay.
right? But so and now, when you get to a certain age and you decide that you want to retire, now you can become self-insured and self-sufficient
Mm-hmm.
because you have money put away, and you don't have to be paying for life insurance for the rest of your life.
Mm.
Because one thing, and I have to touch on it. Um, in the black and brown community, they sell whole life policies to
Mm-hmm.
us. And we've been from generation to generation to generation, we have been buying these policies because this is what grandmom did,
Yeah.
this is what great grandma did, this is what the man that came to the house
Mm-hmm.
did,
Mm-hmm.
right? But what ended up happening to a lot of families is when their loved one passed away, they're like, wait a minute, I
Mm-hmm.
know she's been paying into this policy for all these years.
Yeah.
In most cases, they don't have anything in the policy, or they got crumbs in the policy. And the
Mm.
family is like, how is that possible? I know
Yeah.
for the last 50 years
Been paying.
she had this policy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? So the reason why is because when they sell us these policies, part of the money that you're paying every month for your policy is going into your life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and the other part of it is going towards your savings that they tell you is a cash value that you're building
Okay.
up this money. So a lot of times people like, you get a cash value life insurance policy, be your own bank. If
Mm-hmm.
you need the money, you can borrow the money,
Mm-hmm.
all of this stuff. Sounds cute, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Sounds
It
real
sounds cute
convenient.
because people thinking that they're saving up, they got some type of saving up. But what happens is when a person have those policies and you pass away, all the money that you have in that cash value,
Mm-hmm.
say for instance you got $100,000 policy and you got $75,000 saved up in your cash value. When you die, you're paying for two things, but when you die, your family is only going to get
Mm-hmm.
the $100,000 in the policy.
Mm.
That $75,000 you've been saving up for 30, 40 years, that goes to the company and the agent that sold you the policy.
Mm.
So people that sell whole life policies in the back end, they get paid when you die. So they get paid more for
Oh
selling
wow.
it in our community. But this is the sad part
Mm-hmm.
about it. You save up this money, and if you need that money, you have to borrow it.
You're borrowing
Why do I have to borrow my
with
own money
interest.
that, and you gotta pay it back with
Mm.
interest? But how about this? They tell people that you can pay it back on the back end.
But no, no, no. How about this? How about you give them some information how they can get in contact with you, so you
so,
can.
so I just want to hit on the last
Yep.
main point.
Go ahead.
I want to hit on the last main point, and I promise you, anything that I ever say, just fact check it because I would never tell a lie. And why would I want to? Why
No,
would I?
no.
Why would I want to do something to harm people that look like me when I look in the mirror, right? But at the end of the day, say you go and borrow that money and you don't pay it back. What's going to happen is when you pass away, your life insurance policy is going to depreciate. And God forbid if that loan amount is more than that policy amount, your family is going to get zero.
Mm.
And that's what happens to family. I just sat with
Mm.
a person that I literally just recruited on my team. He's been working in the federal government for over 30 years. He's home on a furlough right now. I didn't know that people that were furloughed, they're not getting paid. I
Mm.
didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So, he's home, he decided to join me in business. But when he got into the business, he realized that's what happened to my mother's in law
Mm.
husband. We went to go get money out of the policy and there was nothing there. So he had it happen in real life and he
Real time.
actually
Yeah.
shed tears because he remembered how the family was just like astonished they didn't know. But
Mm-hmm.
so um so I'm really passionate about what I do because if I can show you how to save your own money,
Yeah.
and then if you need it, you don't gotta borrow, you don't gotta pay it back. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in control of your own finances. Why would I want to save up money for somebody else? And then they say, oh, you can borrow it and there's no taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's no taxes. It's a loan. No
Yeah.
loan has taxes.
Mm. Mm-mm. See, this is why I had you come on here.
I wasn't even coming over here to talk
I
about no
know, but
life
this
stories.
is why I said, but I wanted us to do it after dark, after everyone is settled down, everyone is relaxing. I've had me, a nice little chill glass, and just be real about it because it is that time, you know, to talk about our finances, especially from a woman's perspective, right? Because we are going into the cold winter month where Thanksgiving is coming, Christmas is coming, and we want to cook a good meal. Okay, this is not one of those doom gloom shows. No, 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 no. We're talking about finances, and we gotta get that food money up.
Period.
Period.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
because Thanksgiving must still go on. Christmas is still coming. All of that. So guess what? Start looking at the sales Get your vegetables. If you have to get them now, cut them up and freeze them. Get your turkey. Get all those things now. So when Thanksgiving come, you still can have a dinner for your family, right?
Look at the first word I wrote down on my piece of paper.
Mm, mm, mm. Preparation.
Preparation is the word of the night.
Love
We
it.
have to get in position.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get in position. Nobody is coming to save
Yep.
us. Nobody. And you want to know what? I was thinking to myself, and I was thinking about everything that's happening, and like, and going back to the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic when I decided I didn't want to work for
Mm-hmm.
nobody no more, and all of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, right? I was just thinking like that same gut feeling got in my stomach this morning, and it
Mm.
took me right back to that feeling that I had then, and I was like, and I kind of needed that because
Mm-hmm.
it actually lit a spark up underneath of me.
Mm.
It did, because nobody's coming to save me.
No.
Nobody's coming to save nobody. Now we can join together and help each other, but if at the end of the day, people are going to be fending for their families.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I mean,
Start
it's
now.
going to be a doggy dog world. So we gotta prepare,
Mm-hmm.
and just like I said, we gotta prepare with our food, like
Mm-hmm.
you saying, house mom. We gotta prepare with our finances. Stop spending that money.
Mm-hmm.
Stop spending it. Stop
Mm-hmm.
spending it. It's
Mm-hmm.
now is the time to
Yep.
save.
But I want to go back to what you said earlier about being blessed, right?
Mm,
We have enough stuff,
mm,
right? We have done enough shopping, enough spending, right? We have watched so many people cook food, right, on social media. We are very knowledgeable,
mm-hmm.
right? So now it's time to take those things, take those clothing, they back in style again, wear them until the material don't last no more. Okay?
Okay.
Get in that kitchen, cook you some food that you done grown inside a water bottle. If you live in an apartment and you don't have a garden outside, you can still have an inside garden. You can use water bottles to grow garlic, whatever different things. You can get you some little containers, but and then also get some little pesticide and just spray it off and make sure it's good and clean. You know what I mean? Still got to clean your vegetables, no matter where you get them from. But
Mm,
think about eating healthy. Get you some beets. People be saying, "Oh, beets taste like dirt." Okay, we've eaten dirt as kids. I know. We all know what dirt tastes like. That's why when you eat a beet, you be like, "Oh, this tastes like dirt," because guess what? You've tasted dirt before. So stop acting like you ain't never tasted no dirt. Eat those beets because beets are very healthy. Right now we need to think about being healthy, right?
mm,
Think
mm-hmm.
about doing and eating right for yourself and for your family. If you don't eat vegetables, don't deter your children not to eat vegetables. No, that's not good. If you don't eat them, that's you. But make sure that your family eats vegetables. If a broccoli tastes like a broccoli, because that's what a broccoli is supposed to taste
Mm-hmm.
like, not saturated in butter and salt and all of that. You know what I mean? Like, eat the food the way God intended for it to be and taste what a carrot tastes like, right?
And I just want to piggyback off of that, right? So, um, one of my sisters, she just had a vision that we just need to start preparing, right? So all of us, except for me, I didn't start one. All of us started our own garden,
Mm-hmm.
and I would go to their garden, and they had all the fruits and vegetables in their garden and stuff that they were growing. And then also they started learning how to jar their food as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because back to you saying that healthy food, right now a lot of this food that they're selling us is trickery. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even real food. So like, it's imperative that we get prepared.
Yes.
We need to get prepared. And I know a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people with farms. I know people with all different
Mm-hmm.
type of resources to be able to help us. But when people go out of their way to do little free sessions and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
people got to show up,
Yeah.
because we're here. We want to help, but you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a whole team. I got a whole farmer. She's in school for whatever is earthology, whatever. So she could come and analyze your dirt. We can show you, or we can make you some,
Mm-hmm.
help you make some raised beds, anything. Because a lot of times we tell people, start growing your own food,
Yeah.
but everybody don't know how to grow their own food. And we have a team, we call it the SAP House. So we're all about teaching people how to have a green thumb, things
I
like that,
love
and
it.
how to be able to be
Mm-hmm.
able to bless their
Yeah.
family.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I just went to an event this past week through Trentown where they brought in four farmers.
Mm.
um, Terrell Smith and them was a great event, and they had prepared all the food that they had got from the farmers. The
Wow.
farmers were able to get up and speak, because my daughter she has a garden, and it was real good for her.
Mm.
And they were saying the importance of, if you have a garden, to go in and put your feet in the garden and put your feet in the soil, and fill the soil, because there's a lot of richness and
Mm-hmm.
heritage and things
Mm-hmm.
of that nature, you know. And but what I also was taken back by, hearing the stories from from the black farmers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you may say, it may say, oh, we got 42 acres, right? You're like, oh, that's a lot. No, they were like, no, it's not. The average is like maybe between 150 to 200,
Mm-hmm.
right? Starting out with the land and the acres, and you say, oh, wow. But then you also hear their story of triumph and say, hey, although we may be small, we are mighty.
Mm. To God be the glory.
They are mighty. So
Mm-hmm.
if you get a chance to support a black farmer, please, they're
Please.
looking for
Yes.
people to train,
Mm-hmm.
to teach, to show them how to be a farmer. We need farmers. We're not saying, oh, turn your back on them, but listen, we don't have in New Jersey, these farmers moved from different areas to
Mm.
be here. So that lets you know New Jersey has a rich soil.
Because it's serious.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so look out for the farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Like sis was saying, try to get with someone to learn about starting your farm and your own house, your garden, raised beds, wherever it is. But listen, pray about it.
Mm.
Ask God to open up your heart and your mind,
Mm.
that you're able to know that everything is from Him. Okay, because we can be tricked by the enemy to get us so distracted that we feel like there is no solution, and there is a solution, because
But
God made it that way.
he distracts us because we are the solution. And
Mm-hmm.
if he keep us distracted, then we can't do what we need to do to help ourselves, because God gave us everything that we need. We're very, very smart. We're very, very smart.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what I was going to say earlier. Like, earlier I was telling somebody, I was like, you know, going back to that feeling of the pandemic and now the government shut down and all of that. I'm like, really, like, I hope that this helps some people
Mm-hmm.
reset and take it serious.
Yeah.
I hope that it really, and really, to be honest with you, for me, yes, I know that I deserve da 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 da. But really, I just want to leave a legacy. I want to make sure that when I leave this earth, that I leave something behind for my family,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to build it so big that for generations and generations, my family can be okay, right? And it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
stipulations, because y'all going to have to make sure that y'all still pour into people and do other things, because those
Mm-hmm.
are the things that I'm going to, and that's why it's a good thing to have a will and trust in
Yeah.
place, right? Because you can say what you want and how you want things to be
Yeah.
done.
That's right. Delegate.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them what you want to
And
do. I
I do
love
that
that.
too. I
Yes.
help people with estate planning. I help you get wills and trusts.
Mm-hmm.
So, and guess what? I do it for $38.
Mm.
It's not even that expensive, and we have top-notch lawyers that's going to draw up your stuff and make sure that everything is protected. So you want to trust, you want irrevocable, revocable, whatever. You talk to professionals, and you get it done the right way, and make sure your family is protected. Because if you don't, when you die, the state is going to take over your
Mm.
assets, and when they do, they're going to pay off all your debt. Then they're going to take 40% of whatever is left for managing your account, and then they're going to give your family whatever is left. People, the money is held up in probate so crazy.
Mm.
People fighting over this and fighting over that,
Mm-hmm.
because Michael Jackson didn't have no will, Prince didn't have no will, and their family got pennies on a dollar out of all that
Mm-mm.
money that they had. Yes.
Mm.
They take your
Thank you,
money.
sis. You know what? I'm just so thankful that you took the moment to step out and just talk about this because this is very important, right? And we have people that be up late at night looking and strolling and looking for stuff. And we want to be that vessel to give out some great information, right? Because if we don't support each other, just like with the veterans go through a lot, right? And we need to support them as well. I have to always throw
I
my
can only
veterans in
imagine.
because I today I had to digress for that because today because you said something made 10 years that I met Mr. Doggett, and he was the young man that was sleeping under the inside the parking garage across from Mill Hill Park,
Mm,
and he was a veteran.
mm,
So it came up in my memory. I met him walking by, and I went live and had a conversation with him, and he talked about some of the things about being in the military, finances, and going through struggles and things of that nature. So I want to say it all ties in
mm-hmm,
about finances and support, right?
mm-hmm.
Because the veterans need support as well. So when it came up in my memory, oh wow, that's my memory. So I googled him. He passed away last year,
Mm,
you know, and but but he was able to get a lot of things changed. So now they don't you cannot be a homeless veteran.
to
They
God be the glory.
yes, to God be the glory. They had
Mm,
places and landlords all set up that
mm,
if you're a veteran, you know they have immediate housing, they have
mm,
counselors and all that in New Jersey,
mm,
right? Because we cannot have our veterans feeling like they have no place. If you went out there to support, I don't care what no one says. If you went out there and you signed up, but you didn't know you was getting ready to go because a lot of people sign up because they make it sound good in high school. Oh, you sign
mm,
up, you get to travel, you get to
mm,
trade, but then, oops,
mm,
oh no, we're somewhere fighting.
mm-hmm.
That's different.
And what they go through in the military, they don't talk about it because once they come back home, they're not
Hmm.
the same person. And
No.
not to say that it's a bad thing or whatever, because to each his own. Some people is really built that way, right? But it's a mental thing more than
Yeah.
anything in there. You know what I'm saying? And then God forbid if they do go to war.
Mm.
So and they're doing it, most people, for us, they're doing
Mm-hmm.
it wholeheartedly. They like, I know what I'm signing up for. I'm taking this oath to
Mm-hmm.
protect and serve. You know what I'm saying? So the least we can do
Be
is make
supportive.
sure
Yeah.
that they good when they home.
Yeah.
Right? My
Mm.
dad is a vet.
Really.
My dad is a vet. Yeah.
My grandfather was a vet, and
Mm-hmm.
and they're very guarded,
Oh
and they
yeah.
they protect themselves, and
Mm-hmm.
rightfully so, because if you've been over there in a war and you've seen something we haven't seen, our conversations would definitely be different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you probably couldn't have a conversation because I wouldn't understand it, and you don't even have time to explain it.
Shoot, before they even get the
Trauma.
ward, like they break you down when you come in the military. Like they get a like I had somebody that in the military talk about how they stand you in a circle and
Mm-hmm.
they had stand there and they have people circled around you and they're just talking to you like you the slime of the earth. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? But they're trying to break you down and
Yeah.
see if you're going to break down because
Yeah.
God forbid if you get
Caught.
caught, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
have a tough skin.
Yeah.
And yes, but imagine, just coming from home, and
And you
that
encountered it. Yeah.
it's mental. So when they come back home,
It's a lot.
they deserve grace.
Yeah,
They deserve
yeah,
grace.
yeah, and because everything is different,
Mm-hmm.
and that's still even the same way as someone coming home from being incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a financial strain as well,
Mm-hmm.
because see, if a mother or a father is receiving, you can't just say a man. Women go to jail too, and owe child support. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
So here on this
This
show,
is
we keep
after
it real.
dark.
We at the dark. We keep it
That's
real.
why I'm like, wait a minute, this after dark. So I'ma just
Yeah, it's keep it real, right? It's
mm-hmm.
at the dark. And so they come home. Shit different. Excuse my expression, I'm sorry.
You
It's
okay?
different. So you looking and do you think they supposed to roll back into society? Mama might be with somebody different.
Mama might not even be
Be
here no
he
more.
someone moved on. Ain't took the child to see or the ain't the child ain't seen nobody or the new person. There's a lot of different pieces that go with coming home from the military. You might have left and your significant other may not done moved on by the time you get back home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Same way if some person is incarcerated. Being away from your family, it could be it's different. You know what I mean? And same thing with your money. Money is like a magnet. It want to
Mm-hmm.
be stuck. It gets back to where it belongs. It want to be connected, and that's the same way with love. It want to be where it's connected,
Mm-hmm.
where it's wanted. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between love and lust,
Right.
right? So we're moving forward to another conversation.
I just want to say one more thing. Like, money is a currency, right?
Mm-hmm.
So money is going to flow to you regardless. It's going to flow because money is just currency. It's going
Mm-hmm.
to flow, right? But if all you focusing on is getting money,
Mm.
that's when it's going to become a strain for you.
Yeah.
You got to find something that you're passionate about and do it from the heart. And money is going to be your certificate and your reward for doing the right thing when it comes to God's children.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get wake up and think about how much money I can make today.
Mm-hmm.
I think about how many, like, who can I get in front of? Like, I'm thinking about people that I know that's motivated, ambitious, that have children, who are married,
Mm-hmm.
people that I know that's hard workers, that centers of influence in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look for other people, but I really don't focus on the people that's just home, kind of like and
Yeah.
doing nothing. Because trying to pull those people off the couch, before you know it, you'll find yourself on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and just like I said, money is emotion, like action is emotion too. In order for you to be able to get into these circles and make these connections with people, you got to get out of whatever rut you in and you got
Mm.
to get in the room and have conversations with people and make connections. Like I said, you can do a lot of things by yourself, but you can do some great big things together.
Mm. So you think mentors are important?
Please. I won't know what to do without my
Mm-hmm.
mentors.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do. Find somebody that is successful at doing something that you want to do and ask them how do they do it and do exactly what they told you to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do what they tell you to do, they're going to come back and they're going to coach you at a higher level
Yeah.
because they're going to want to know that you want to play. But one thing about people that have money is they really don't waste time.
Mm.
People that are, still trying to figure out, they waste a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? But people that have money, they don't waste any time. So if you undeciphered or still trying to figure it out, they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna let you have that grace and they're gonna let you do it. But if you go to them and you ask them what did they do and you
Mm-hmm.
run the play and they see you run that play, they're gonna be excited to come to you because now they know they got something to work with.
Mm. Okay. So with that being said, excitement is one of the keys. So when you're out, you need to carry yourself like you there. You need to, like, even when you go to sleep tonight after you finish watching Please Don't Judge Us After Dark, with Sydney and Dandy House Mom Al, think about those things that, like, some of you may be already in that space, that place where you want to be, but some of you may not be. But if but think about, even like, smile in your sleep at night. Even if you wake up in the middle of the night, find a reason to smile.
Mm-hmm.
As you clear your throat, going to the bathroom or whatever. Thank you, God, that I didn't go to the bathroom myself or whatever. I didn't stump my toe while I went to the bathroom or anything like that. Like, be thankful, right? You know, just be glad about it, because that's what it is at the dark. Okay.
Period.
Period.
This is super fun.
Yes.
You
So
just
think
get to
about
be
something
ourselves and
pleasant.
just
Yeah.
being Lindy,
Be pleasant when you go to sleep at
house
night.
mom, Yolanda. I don't know what you want to call her, but me, she's a queen, right?
Thank
Um,
you.
I can sit and I can talk to her for hours. Like me and her, we literally from the time we've known each other, if we cling to each other, because a lot of times both of us is running in this direction, running in that direction. But when we link up, our conversations
Mm-hmm.
we could talk with each other for hours, like, and
Yeah.
that's the type of people that you want to be around. And when we talk, now we come up with different things that we can do. We
Mm-hmm.
come up with different ideals, and then when we do that, we start thinking about other people we
Yep.
can pull in. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, we can call this person, we could, and
Yep.
maybe she might know that person, I know that. So we always pulling people in.
Mm-hmm.
It's never a
Yes.
conversation about what we about to do.
No.
It's about what can all of us do.
Collectively.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
if one win, we all win.
Yeah.
It
You
only
know.
take one.
It only take one. And listen, so if you're out there and you see and you hear what we're talking about, put it in the comments. I thank YouTube for allowing me to go live. You can hit the subscribe button. That's what people be saying. I don't know
Yeah.
that
Shout
lingo.
out to share, like,
Yes, all that stuff.
subscribe,
We just
comment.
regular. We just
Let us know
regular.
how we did. Let
Yeah.
us know some things that you would like to hear
Hmm.
us address.
And we'll come back again.
All the time.
Because we'll take a nap during the daytime, right? And then, we'll come back. We'll text each other, girl, what time you want to meet at the office? You know what
Oh,
I'm
this
saying?
is funny.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me the other day, because you know how they say, well, I'm sorry. People always come up to me, it's like, how you stay so young? How you stay so young, right? And I used to tell people, and it's still the truth though.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that your inside reflects your
Yeah.
outsides, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to
Yeah.
be honest with you, I get my beauty sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I love to sleep. Sleep is so precious to me. So when I'm sleeping, I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
But sometimes my body say it's time to rest.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is, who gonna check me?
I'm,
I'm
I'm,
my own boss.
I know, and I'm telling you, okay, being a person who's been homeless several times, my sleeping pattern is different than any of other people. And I don't say really different is because sometimes you got to be up and go and whatever you got to be, you got to so and then being retired, it all works for me. So it's not a bad thing. It just
Right, right,
it all works.
right.
You know what I mean? So
Child, I wish.
child,
Child, it's to me. It sounds
listen,
like freedom.
freedom.
It sounds like freedom.
You know, I love it. I'm homeless now, and I love it.
Right.
You know what I
I
mean?
would love to be.
And
I would.
I know. And
I
people be
would.
looking at me when I say that I do
But
homelessness well.
right,
Don't I?
but you have such a great support system. That's why
Yes.
it doesn't feel like that. And you're just saying that because you don't have your own space, but you have many homes.
Yes.
Remember when I was saying today, wherever we lay our shades is our
That
home.
whole shade.
Because me and Landy, we love us some frames.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, we just like to be in our own space. So that's something else that we got in common, which is so cute, right? But yeah, like, just listen.
Being real, because see the thing is, the thing that we want to say is, to get the real bag, sometimes you gotta lay down all that other exterior stuff, right? And just say, okay, this is where we are, right? Okay, and that's it.
Sometimes you gotta break down and
The
build
breakdown,
back
you know what I mean?
and put the pieces back together.
I've had those things. I've been
it's
married.
okay.
I've been divorced. I've had the five bedroom house, the 2-car garage. I have my grandchildren. I have my children. I paid child support. I've been homeless again. Working. Been lied on, cheated, all those things. But we've all experienced that. So
Yep.
I'm not saying anything that no one has not experienced.
Right.
So this is why I don't put it on the forefront, because baby, life goes on, and if you're able to just keep it moving and keep it grooving, it's okay. So if you want to support me though,
Period.
you can pick up my book, Don't Be Bitter, Be Better. It is a book series, right? Go on Amazon and just type in my name, Yolanda L. Robinson, and pick up the book, because any of those things really support. And then if you want to support me another way, you can always send me $1 through my Cash App. You know my Cash App?
You know I got you.
What is it? $?
Oh dang! she
YR
really tested me now too.
535.
I'm about to look it up right now.
So we're saying like that. So that's when you're keeping it real. Like, you're not like, oh, send me, or I'm making $1,000. I'm riding around and this and that and that. No, it's being real. But the things that we do is golden. The people that we help, the people that God saved for us to serve, we do that. And we never let anyone down. but this is after dark.
Why won't show me
When people be just saying too much at night,
we
right?
speaking facts
But it's facts though. It's
though.
true.
But what I was gonna say, yeah, and one thing about this amazing queen is I don't care what kind of day you have it. If you come around her, you're gonna leave feeling better. This is the lemonade lady. She will show you how to take those lemons and make it into something super, super, super
Yes,
sweet.
it's that's what it's about. You know.
Super, super sweet. And again, I'm Sydney, aka Miss Black Pearl, on Facebook. Um, Also, I can be reached at 609-464-6193. I'm an open book. Anybody can reach out to me.
Hmm.
Um, and that's pretty much it.
I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You know me,
Oh,
Yolanda L.
it's
Robert.
Sydney
Yes.
Black Pearl Die on Facebook. And I'm
Yes.
going to make sure I
Check
get it right for y'all.
and listen. She is such an amazing young lady, right? I had an opportunity to meet her, through I am a grief specialist and a happiness specialist, and I happened to meet this young lady, and when I saw her again later on, I do this thing called prayer hugs and lemonade, and when I saw her maybe a year or so later,
Mm-hmm.
and she was trying to describe me. Then I was like, I said, wait a minute, were you the one that was in the corner over there crying? Wouldn't stop crying. And you was with the man. Da, da, da. She's like, you remember all that? Because I'm supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
right? If I'm somewhere and if people invite me to come out and speak and talk, I am supposed to remember the people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am supposed to.
Oh. And you know what you just did? You just gave me flashbacks of memories of, like different uh, platforms that I spoke or prayed at or
Hmm.
whatever. And I'm literally envisioned, like I got a photographic memory of the people that was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can remember who was
Where
in
they
there.
sat at, what they did, how they
Yeah,
fidgeted around,
right.
and things of that nature. Because that's of God.
Sincerity.
Yes, and He wants us to know. So how do we tell them how we reconnected? Then we're gonna let everybody go.
Oh, I tracked her down. I was looking for her for like a year and a half, and my brother, I was telling him, I was like, "It's this lady." I said, "I don't know where she at." I said, "She told me to come down to the Hub 13." I said, "But I don't want to just pop up there." And he was like, he said, "The lemonade lady." He said, "Who, her?" And he showed me a picture. I said, "Yeah." Next thing you know, I looked up and he had her on FaceTime in front of my face, and I'm like, "Wait a minute." I said, "Oh, this the lady." And I came down that next day.
Mm-hmm.
I sat with her and the other business owners in the Hub 13. We became family immediately. We prayed, we laughed, we cried
Yeah.
together on the first encounter, and it's just been a blessing from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
We done did so much stuff over this little bit of time.
Yeah. And that's
so
what we
so
do.
imagine how wow,
Imagine what
God
we
is
can
amazing.
do with even other people.
God is amazing.
Come down to Hub 13, 13 West Front Street, Trenton, New Jersey, and you'll see that once you come inside the building, judgment is left outside. We don't judge you. We don't care if you're coming home from being a veteran or being incarcerated,
Mm-hmm.
being a house mother or coming from corporate. We don't judge you. All we want to do is make sure that you're in a safe space and the vision and the business that God put in you is coming and you're doing it. You're making it happen. You're not just sitting there daydreaming because we spend a lot of time daydreaming,
Daydream.
just living rent free in our own head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, while the real rent is due.
Worrying about what's gonna happen.
Hello?
And half the time, half of the things that we think gonna happen don't never happen
No.
because God be working in the background.
Yeah.
We only be thinking about what we can do, but if we don't factor God in, of course we're gonna sit there and be worried.
Yeah. 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 So come down to the hub because we have the Genesis program here, mental health. We have a podcast studio here. We have Miss Sydney Dye here. We have a lot of different things here where we do various events. We're not the actual gathering spot like in Atlanta. But we are Hub 13. We have celebrities come through here. We have, it's like an adult relaxation spot, right?
Definitely.
We have even memberships as low as $10. I don't know how long that will stay,
Mm-hmm.
but you can come in here. We have also a new initiative we're rolling out in November, which is $1 a day. So even
Mm-hmm.
if you want to just come in and hang out, you can hang out in here. If nothing's going on, we just chilling, game room, all that, just for $1. I ain't got $1. You know what I mean? Just throw your dollar on the table, just
Mm-hmm.
chill.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And that just helps keep the doors open and
Lights
bring
on.
other things
Yep.
to the hub. So everything is going to be put right back into it. Like nobody's
Mm,
trying to capitalize off
no.
nobody dollar.
And we have a full calendar. We have various events that go on throughout the month, and the calendar is growing,
Yes, it is.
And so you definitely want to come by because, like I said, the veterans are getting ready to start doing their thing here once a month.
Oh, we can't
Oh,
forget about acapella
the
nights.
acapella night.
Acapella nights is going to be. We had our first acapella nights with legendary B Smooth.
Mm-hmm.
He has a radio station, Love the Door Radio, here at the Hub 13. So that's why sometimes we got so much stuff going on, we be
Yeah.
forgetting, but we cannot forget him. Cause one thing he don't do is he never forget us. He
Yeah.
always make sure that he shout us
He,
out.
he shouts us out.
Like I
I'm
can
still trying to
hear,
get my hearing
I
back
can
though.
hear her for the rooftop
Yeah, my
shouting
hair.
my
I'm still
name.
trying, but that echo. I'm still trying to get my hearing back. Then we have open mic night with
Mhm.
Cinnamon and DJ
Oh yeah,
DJ Harry
karaoke night.
karaoke
Mm-hmm.
night. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
with DJ Special K and Cinnamon,
Mm-hmm.
the grown vegan apothecary. We got them doing their thing. We
Yeah.
have Taylor with her spoken word night
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
We got our first every first Sunday we have the spirit of the community. We have various vendors come out. If you want to be a vendor, it's only $25 to vend at Hub 13. If you want to just come out and be just a shopper, come out and do that because we have the men speaking. In December, Sydney's going to be doing her soup. Because she's a soup Nazi for Trenton, right? So, and she's going to
Oh
be
gosh, I
giving
done did
away
so much
soup
stuff. Yeah.
in December. So
I'm gonna
look
bring
out for
back Pan
that.
Storia's famous subs and soups. I'm gonna give out soups because people been hawking me down for these soups. I gotta give it to them, and it's the perfect time. It's about to be cold. People want something warm,
Yeah, first
and it's
Sunday.
gonna be made with love. It's gonna be prayed over. So
Yes.
I'm excited to do that, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start it off as just free. You know what I'm saying? But I know that eventually I'm gonna have
Oh
to
yeah.
be able to keep making it right. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to put a little tax on it, right? But at
But
the end
right
of the day,
now, yeah,
it's gonna
if you
all
gonna get some soup,
be
we might,
free.
like a little cup, some soup.
We'll definitely
Yeah,
give out samples.
we got some. We're gonna get you
Definitely.
a whole bowl, but you're gonna be able to tape it. We have.
India, you know I was about to give people a whole
I
bowl.
know you was no.
You know I
The
was gonna
line gonna
give
be
her
to it. It's gonna be the line. We don't want it to run out. No,
there you go.
we
Yeah.
want you to taste
And
it.
I love for people to help me because I
Yes.
just
We got Naomi coming out with her wonderful apparel. So we got Tiny Treats coming out. So we have a lot of, we have a band coming out. We have men coming out because on every first Sunday at the Hub, we allow the men to do all the speaking. And then we have our vendors and things, just people just out and about because a lot of times everyone don't go to church. But the church is wherever you go. So we've been able to set aside, not to take away from the church, but be able to put a space in a comfort zone for people who want to just be able to hear maybe some gospel music, be around other like-minded
Oh
people,
yeah,
get
we
some
even
get
want
some
to
get
do
some good
something with the
soup,
gospel.
yeah.
Was talking about that.
Yeah,
Oh, we gotta
all that.
make sure
We
we
do
make
that
that connection too.
every first Sunday at Hub 13. You're able to come and there's no strings attached to it. You know what I'm saying? So just come out and be a part of that. But Queen, I just want to thank you.
Of course, anything
Please
for
don't
you.
judge us after dark.
Please don't judge me, please.
Please. It's after
Listen.
dark. You know what I mean? So, but there's always so much to talk about.
Yes.
But we don't do water. I know we don't do water cooler conversation. So I don't want to do the repeat of everything that so many people talk about. But I want to talk about the real stuff. You know what I mean? Like, do you still get cramps and you know what I mean? All kind of stuff. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, are you dry? What you
Mhm.
use for moisture and stuff like that at the dark conversation. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you snore at night?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like all
Oh, how
that.
do you handle living with a snore? I don't know how
Yeah.
people do that.
But we're gonna say
Ooh,
all
geez. But
that.
we just play. We just play.
But we just this is after dark. But we're
Mhm.
not gonna do all the whole show
In
tonight.
one night, because me and Landy can talk forever,
But we're
and
gonna
this
do
is just
that.
really us being us.
And this is a test run show, so
Oh yeah,
please
it's gonna be
don't
a test.
judge us. We just
Don't judge
testing
us.
out the lemon.
That's it.
Okay? Don't worry about it. Let's see here.
Look, God bless you and your family. God bless you and your family.
The lemon.
Keep God first in everything you do. Everything else is already
It's
yours.
okay. It's coming. So listen. The Cash App is $ What is it again?
I couldn't find it.
I think
I
it's
see. I
$
seen your face up there, but
We don't
it
want to
said
get the wrong one and it go to someone else.
right. That's so sad because look, I see your face up there, but
I
we
know
go.
what it is, but I do want to double check.
Or you can always put it in the comments too. But
Yeah, I thought about that as well. But because we're doing this, and this is just a test run, this is realness, okay? There it is right there. I was right, $.
what you what you say?
See? Yeah. Okay, so I was so wrong before. I'm so glad I didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. It's $.
That's not even right.
Hmm.
Nope. Mm-mm.
What the heck is it? I
I
don't
don't know who
understand
that
why they're
is.
not showing it.
Um,
I don't understand why they're not showing it. Maybe if I let me see if I try to send you
no,
some.
because
I'm
it's
gonna try
not.
to
It's actually
I'm gonna try to send
there's
you some
something
money.
missing in it. That's why I'm not getting it.
I'm about to I'm trying
Yeah.
to send you some
So
money
it's
to see.
actually it's $ YR323.
It's $y
Yep, see,
three
yeah. Yeah, see that's the
YR three two
yeah,
three.
that's the
Yeah,
right
that's
one. Yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
The other one, the R was missing.
Okay.
So it's $YR323. So send me $1. If you feel
Mm-hmm.
like it, send me two. But if you really want to do something, go to Amazon.com. Real talk, real serious. Go to Amazon.com. Type in my book. Don't be bitter, be better. Yolanda L. Robinson. Pick up that book. I'm a lady, right, ladies? Because we're gonna be talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's gonna be deep. It's a
We
workbook.
need to all buy the book and do a
Yeah, buy
book
the
club,
book.
and do a book club to
Yeah.
read it together.
So if you want, they're available at Classic Bookstore downtown Trenton. You go to Amazon. Go to Amazon because I know I have some readers in California, Virginia, different places like that. So sis, pick up the book. I'll put the link inside the comment. Right. I'll have some books on hand tomorrow, and we'll start that. But
Mm-hmm.
but what I want you all to know and understand is that when it become after dark, people might just say anything.
Mm.
But be ready. But be 10 toes down. Okay? Look around. Be mindful. Drink water and mind your business. And I'll talk with you soon. Peace.